Hey guys, how we doing? A little bit behind there. Pressed the button a tiny bit too early. Anyway, hi. Yeah, I'm Alec, and it's Thursday, so it's War Factory, so we're gonna go ahead and do that, but, you know, hopefully in the meantime we're a little bit more on our game than we have been up to this point. Spoiler alert, I have seen this layout already because I have accounts set to different time zones. It's kind of a weird one. We've seen it before. There is a shield. It's a very bulky shield. It's a very weird shield to get to. I am not 100% sure. I feel like you can just RCZM through this and that's the end of your day. I also don't feel like that's especially interesting. I would love to use Grenadiers, but then again, the grapplers. Doom Cannon, it's there, sure, but less of a concern. We would probably have Sparky and Critters for that. Here's what I'm thinking. Let's grab a couple of Bozazukas, maybe like 3 or 4, and kill these grapplers. Just looking for something interesting to do. We can just mow this down with RCZM, and you can try this with Zuka without going for the shield generators. Not very high health, but, I mean, relatively speaking, not very high health, but like every one of those is an attack there, more or less, if you're unboosted. If you're boosted, that's a different thing, but that's still a pretty hefty go there. So if you're gonna go get them, you really do have to go get them, and it's a weird position that they're in. You have all these Doom Cannons guarding the beach, so, you know, no armor, but then all of these rocket launchers over here, so, you know, no Zukas. And then, you know, you could like smoke Zukas over to here and just take that stuff out and then try to go over here, but this is surrounded by mortars, so now you're talking about if you're going to use armor, because you've got so much splash damage, can't be Grens with this many rocket launchers around, so it's got to be tanks. You're talking about smoking tanks. It's a very, very weird design, and meanwhile it's just inviting the RCZM over here. You just keep this stuff shot, clear some mines, and, you know, Sparky, Critters, call it a day. Try to spice it up. So, what are we doing? So, killing the Grapplers, like I said. Maybe then throw a boat or a load out of Grenadiers out there and just clear a bunch of crap, just cause. So, let's see, to kill these grapplers, which are relatively low health, so that should be, if we've got like 3 boats, I'm thinking a shot apiece. What is ranging us? We would need, we've got Doom Cannons from either side, so Critter or Critter Shock. Actually, Critter and Shock would be more economical, so, and it doesn't matter which way that goes, so let's say Shock and a Critter. Kill those 2. And then probably grab some GBE at that point before we die. We will die. Clear mines, drop some Grens with what remaining boats we have, and should still have a hero, so we're going to want Sparky or Bullet in there to absorb all of this stuff. Honestly, I'd prefer Sparky. I feel like the Critters are better with all of this stuff and the Doom Cannon around. You know, Bullet is great with his damage limiting ability, but that's still a lot of cannons. So, oh, hello, thank you. So I don't really know which way we want to do this, but we're going to start with that. And, oh man. Let me look. 2 boats or 3 boats? That's what I'm trying to decide right now. 2 boats, 3 boats. Hang on. in the meantime, while we think, I think 2. Both of those were like under 100,000. I'm not going to take the time to go calc that right now, but would really love to have as many Grens as possible down for the at the shore for the other stuff. So let's try it like this and hope it works out. Thoughts and prayers and all that, right? Yeah, I mean, 79,000, pretty low health. I'm thinking we should be okay there. And it's only a couple of smokes to get there, so what the hell? Nope, not you. No. And we got Grens in there, along with Zookas. Well, that is just interesting. Critter shock. Alright. Should be okay anyway. Okay. And from here... actually, I'm just going to drop everything into right there. And we should be able to clear a good bit from there. Keeping the Zookas alive is helpful here, actually, with all of this one-shot stuff in front of us. Yeah, that's cool. Kind of like a... what is it? Like kind of like a cooker hit right at the moment. And trying to keep these critters alive, keeping these Zookas alive. This is all helpful. Letting the Zookas eat up the the Doom Cannon is in play, so things will get fun from here. Hopefully we can like drop down to there, and Sparky is still kicking out critters, so this part's going to take a while now because those critters aren't going to be doing anything with the flamethrowers, but we will be able to eat through the flamethrowers. I would love to be a little bit positioned a little bit lower down with the Grens, like slightly more over to that corner, but it does seem to be working for right now, so why argue? Some manual critters as opposed to Sparky critters. More manual critters because the... Ooh, Sparky's dead. Well, this is not going to get too much further then, but we should be able to clear a lot of this garbage. Or at least put a good hurt on it. Probably should have put that directly on the Doom Cannon. That was kind of off to the side a bit. Probably bart that out, I think, next go around. I think we're probably just going to stick to this method, because what the heck, right? 1 minute and 4 seconds. God, I hope we don't survive that one. Let that Doom Cannon go ahead. I mean, we'll finish off this cannon. These guys are going to step forward a little bit, and the Doom Cannon can go ahead and finish us off. That'd be great. A little bit of extra GBE, we'll put that over onto the Doom Cannon, because we should have been doing that all along. Well, you know, it is what it is. Oh, wow. There's a whole bunch of stuff there that's just, like, ready to drop. So, yeah, this next hit will be interesting. I don't know how much damage these Grens can do. A little bit of extra GBE, we'll put that, guess where? On the Doom Cannon. And I've got this one Gren down here, and he's just chucking away. And we might actually survive this entire... Well, no, he's clearing lines. I can't complain, actually. I mean, he can't... I take it back. I was about to say he can't hit that front cannon to save his life, but he got that as well. definitely earning his paycheck for the day. Now, that, but before we, I was going to change the troops, but before we do that, actually, I'd like to see what this is. So, 42, that's either 3 barrage straight up, or, let's see, 3 barrage and 1428, 3 artillery. So that's probably cheaper. 2 barrage and 3 artillery is probably cheaper than 3 barrage. Still leaves us a bunch of GBE. Should be able to, yeah, we're going to keep this load out. And the other thing that we're going to do here, hopefully we can drop the right troops at the right time this time. That would be great, thanks. So Sparky for damage, and we're going to start with the Grenadiers. But first, 1, 2, and 1, 2, 3. That ought to drop that. No! Wow. Get the Grens out first, and we're going to clear all of this stuff with their overthrow. Sparky out there, and we'll probably make use of battle orders, like about here, actually. Oh man, I would love Sparky to be able to survive right now. So, a critter, how about that, to make sure that happens. And we're really trying to keep her alive here. The shock launcher is a problem. Hoping to get that down, and then we can drop bazookas. Because once that shock launcher's gone, there's really nothing to hurt us. Alright, beautiful. So, bazookas, and over to this corner, and because the Grens, that would be a good bit of work for them to do. That shield was, what, 2.8 million at the start, we said? However, for Zookas, that's really going to be nothing. With over 2 minutes to go here by the time they actually get to the HQ and get everybody in place so that we're maximizing battle orders in this. And I guess we're going to have a minute. So how you been? How you doing? How's life? I really don't know. I have nothing to. We're just going to sit here and watch this burn. And that's fairly boring, but pretty effective. I don't know what to say with a layout like this. Like I said, you just RCZM and just sweep up this side. You can try doing, I tried doing unboosted Zookas earlier, and I mean, that works. You just sort of, you walk them up to here. You're going to have a couple of shocks, Doom Cannon, and then over here you had the shock launcher and machine guns. So I didn't flare the core. I just let the Zookas auto target, and so they cleared the machine guns and the shock launcher. Doom Cannon was still there. 2 hits probably that way unboosted. So that's kind of fun. There's at least something to it. Or you can just go with the 2x2 shocks, walk up there, 2 shocks, and then repeat and see how much damage your Zookas can do. There's always that. Just not a good layout for armor at all. Grapplers, Doom Cannons over here, kind of random. Like, there are bits and pieces of this base for everybody, but if you consider the base as a whole, it, like, nothing works in all parts of this base. There's no combo that I can think of that just works everywhere. Over here, Zookas and RCZM, fine. Over here, Zookas and RCZM, you're instantly dead. Over here with the Doom Cannons, armor, bad. Over here with all the cannons, armor, bad. But over there with, like, the mortars and the rockets, armor, good. Like, just kind of a hot mess. It's not the best layout in the world. have seen that a few times recently. I don't recall that we saw it before, but I don't really know. Anyway, that's one way to do it. There are obviously others. Feel free to drop a comment and let me know what you did or what you chose to do. Honestly, like I said, most of that was strictly to make it interesting because, well, it's not the best layout in the world. Not complaining, just, there are more challenging things you can do. So, have some fun with it. Try weird stuff. Do new and different. Or, do what works best for you, I guess. Anyway, thumbs up. You know how this stuff works, and I will catch you guys later. Have a great day.